This has been a frequent question from both the media and Real Madrid fans, who believe the Brazilian forward and the Turkish midfielder are two great prospects who could help Ancelotti's team. With their lack of game time, there were even discussions last week about the possibility of Endrick and Arda Güler leaving the club on loan at the end of the season to gain more experience in playing minutes. Now in a press conference, Ancelotti broke his silence and explained why Endrick and Arda haven't had much playing time, and he was quite honest. Before we dive in, I'd like to ask for your support, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It helps us a lot. Let's get into the video. Endrick and Arda Güler are two of Real Madrid's biggest young talents, signed with high expectations due to their enormous potential. Arda Güler was already shining in Turkish football before joining Real Madrid and was even a target for Barcelona. His technical ability is far above average. He has great vision, a fantastic shot, and is an all-around brilliant player. The same goes for Endrick, a physically strong and explosive forward with a big personality. He was performing incredibly well for Palmeiras in Brazil and even reached the Brazilian national team. However, despite their talent and potential, both players have struggled to find playing time at Real Madrid. For Endrick, this is still his first season, and he has scored 5 goals so far. Arda Güler, on the other hand, is in his second season. He's a year older than Endrick, but his first season was practically lost because he barely played. Real Madrid took a strategic approach, keeping him on the sidelines and focusing on his physical conditioning to make him stronger and prevent injuries. This season, he's getting a bit more game time, but many have criticized the lack of minutes for both players. Endrick often comes on in stoppage time, with just 2 or 3 minutes left in the match, while Arda Güler hasn't even played in some games. In the last 4 La Liga matches, he didn't play at all, and he also didn't feature in either of the Champions League games against Manchester City. At least in the second leg, Endrick played, but only for 2 minutes. Because of this, many fans and journalists have been calling for these young players to get more minutes. Ancelotti addressed this in his latest press conference, and in my opinion, he was very clear and reasonable. What matters most is Real Madrid, and these young players need to be patient. Here's what the Italian coach had to say. Any player who has doubts can talk to me directly. I talk to the players every day, including Endrick and Güler. I've read that there is an issue with Güler, but that's something I'm not aware of. The competition for places is very high. I see these young players every day. Sometimes they are happy, sometimes they are not. That is completely normal. I want players to be upset when they don't play. I've seen reports about a situation with Arda, but nothing has come to me. I talk to him every day. He wants to play just like everyone else. But it's a process for young players at Madrid. It happened with Rodrygo, Vinícius, and Valverde. They need time to settle in at the best club in the world. Endrick won't be another Rodrygo or Vinícius Jr. because his characteristics are different, but he will be a great forward. I have no doubt about that. There is no issue with Endrick right now, so we'll see what happens. What Ancelotti made very clear is that he recognizes the talent of Arda Güler and Endrick, even stating that Endrick has everything it takes to be a great striker. But the competition at Real Madrid is incredibly tough, and he's right. How is he supposed to throw Endrick and Arda into the fire when he has Bellingham, Rodrygo, Vinícius Jr., and Mbappé at his disposal? Going further back, there's also Valverde, Camavinga, Tchouaméni, and Luka Modric, players who are already established among the best in the world. Mbappé was signed this season to be the new star, the go-to guy for Real Madrid. Would it make sense for Ancelotti to start taking Mbappé off early in games just to give Endrick minutes, especially when Madrid often faces very tough opponents where their stars need to play the full 90 minutes? I think Ancelotti is absolutely right here. If Endrick and Arda Güler want to play at Real Madrid, they will have to wait. If they don't want to wait, they can do what many other players have done. Leave on loan or even permanently to a club where they will get more playing time and a more important role. At Real Madrid, there is a hierarchy, and it must be respected. Some might argue that Vinícius and Rodrygo got chances earlier, but I think that was a different situation. Right now, Real Madrid has one of the best squads in the world. They are the reigning La Liga and Champions League champions. There's no need for urgency or desperation to play young players. This situation is very different from when Vinícius and Rodrygo arrived. After Cristiano Ronaldo left, Madrid struggled to find reliable attackers. Hazard, who was supposed to be that guy, had injury and fitness issues and never lived up to expectations. Mariano Diaz was given the number 7 shirt but never delivered. Benzema was already a big name, but had some off-field and injury problems. Marco Asensio also had injury issues and wasn't the same player anymore. All these factors created openings for Vinícius and Rodrygo to get more opportunities and establish themselves. But now it's different. How can you bench Vinícius, Rodrygo, Bellingham, or Mbappé to play Endrick and Arda? That's why everything Ancelotti said makes perfect sense. If Endrick wants to play in the next World Cup and have a spot in the Brazilian national team, he might need to go on loan to get more minutes elsewhere. If Arda Güler feels he needs more playing time, he could also go on loan and later return to Madrid with a more important role. A great example of this is Brahim Diaz. He was loaned out to AC Milan, gained experience, and now has an important role at Real Madrid. This shows how well Madrid plans, organizes, and maintains its squad hierarchy. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think about Endrick and Arda Güler's lack of playing time? Do you agree with Ancelotti's reasoning? That's it for today's first video this Wednesday. Thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. See you later in the next video. Take care, and I'm out.